What's up, fight fans? We got UFC Fight Night, Oliveira versus it was supposed to be Fazeev, but we got a replacement here, so now we got Gamrot coming in on short notice to fill in for the card here, going down this weekend, and we're gonna come and give you guys our picks and predictions. I'm here with my boy Jose. We're here on this late Thursday night, here to give you guys our picks. How you feel about the card, Jose?
Good evening, nerds and virgins. Um, we're going to a place at Colby Covington called Filth, Trash, but I don't. I love Brazil. I'm glad we finally got
I
fights
was about
back
to
in
say
Brazil.
you're kind of going to a scary place there,
Oh,
bro.
I love Brazil. I love Brazil. Muito obrigado, tu brasileiro. Você é um país muito belo, muito belo. Para mim é um honor ter opinião sobre a luta sobre o UFC é o Brasil. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm not Colby Covington stan. I had to troll y'all. So
Hey, so we're gonna hop into the prelims here. We got a ton of Brazilian guys on this card. Obviously, we got like Brazil versus Brazil hate going on, but hopefully
I
we get
love
a good
this.
card here. It's kind of a top heavy card, but we're just making our way here to the White House card. So this is another step in that way. So going into the first fight here, we got would that be
Luan
Luan
Lacerda.
Lacerda versus Simon Oliveira. Here fight each other here at the bantamweight. Luan is 12-3, and Simon is 8-6. If I'm not mistaken, let me click on this guy Simon's fight record here. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's the guy that got knocked out by Martinez, the doctor. I'm pretty sure that guy's the doctor,
Mm-hmm.
right? So,
Mm-hmm.
so stand up might not be
Lacerda,
the
I think,
best
had a
here.
fight too.
And
Yeah.
Lacerda's had one fight in the UFC, or this is his first fight, maybe. Nope, he's had one fight. He lost against Blackshear. So,
Yeah,
um,
that's what it was.
so
Yeah.
Blackshear is not, he's not trash, but
So
he's
mid
like the
versus mid.
10 to 20 range, or
Yeah.
15 to 20 range for Demond Blackshear, and Oliveira. I don't know. I'll probably favor Oliveira here in this fight for me. I think he has a little bit better grappling, and to get knocked out by Martinez, that's not the worst person to get knocked out by, because that guy he does have some power. So I'm probably gonna go Oliveira here in this fight. Who you got, Jose?
I'll take Oliveira as well. Yeah, got to. Mid versus mid. If I'm gonna take somebody, Oliveira. Why not?
Yep. Going to the next fight, we got a women's strawweight bout. We got Carolina Koakalic versus Julian Palastri. Car- Carolina, bro. Carolina, what happened to her, bro? Wasn't she? She was like on a little run,
She
right,
had
for
the
a
eye
couple of
injury.
fights.
She had the eye injury after Joanna, and she's had a bunch of losses, bunch of injuries. She was on a streak here recently. I mean, she's kind of recovered. It's just
Oh, she lost that. Did she? Is this the Lucindo
she
fight
faces
where it was like a
yeah,
controversial, like it could have went either
yeah.
way?
Yeah, so she
Uh,
fought Gomez and Lucinda, which were not easy fights, either of them. The Lucinda one was a bit controversial. Um,
yeah, but
Gomez is just Gomez. It just hits hard. So
Belbita's not really somebody impressive to have a win over either. I swear she was on a
yeah,
big
it's just
run. Oh, she was on a run.
yeah,
Okay, there we go.
she had three fights after losing. I think like 5 or 6 straight or something like that. It
But no
was
impressive wins though.
no, the Demopoulos one is only impressive for all the nerds and virgins that stalk Vanessa Demopoulos, but
But I would say Denopolis, Belbita, Juarez, those are all like the similar type of girls, athletic girls, but no, nothing super impressive.
hey, don't
She
talk about
would.
our queen Vanessa Demopoulos like that.
I mean, she look good, but Belbita look good too. But do they fight good? That's the question. I mean, Lucendo, she look hit, but she knocked motherfuckers out. So Lucendo would have been an impressive win for her. And then you got Julia Polatrowski, whatever the fuck her name is, bro.
Polastri.
Palastri, whatever the fuck her name is. This is her first fight in UFC or no? Oh no, she lost to Lupi Godinez,
Godinez.
but she went to decision against Lupi, so that's good there. And then a win against McKenna, and then a loss. I don't know. To go to decision against Lupi Godinez, that's pretty good in my
I
opinion.
think she beats Carolina. I think Carolina's at the end of her.
Yeah,
She's near the end of her
I'm gonna
career,
go
in
with
my
I'm gonna go
opinion.
with Julia here, to beat Carolina. But actually, you know what? I'm gonna go Carolina here. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go Carolina. I think the experience it's a women's fight. I'm thinking of this in terms of men's MMA. Experience kind of matters a lot more in women's MMA. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be honest. I'm gonna go Carolina here. Who you got? You got Julia still?
I'll take Pilastre. I think
Okay, you got
Carolina's
Pelotri.
near the end here.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
spice it up a little bit. We have the GOAT heavyweight of the
This is our
UFC,
main event.
Muhammad Usman.
This is
This
our
is
main event right
our
here.
personal main
Yeah.
event. Muhammad Usman versus Walter Walker here. Walter Walker, brother Johnny Walker, making his this. If he wins this fight, he might overtake and become the best Walker brother in the UFC. And Muhammad Usman, if he loses this or wins, he still stays the shittiest Usman brother in the UFC. So I don't know. Usman, it just seems like he has power and he's big and scary, but I don't know. He moves around like he's a light heavyweight in terms of like his comfortability in the ring, and like he just seems like he doesn't want to get hurt or get hit that hard. But you have the power to put these guys out. But at the same time, I don't know. I feel like he is also like a light heavyweight in terms of his height. He's just a big guy, so he's a smaller heavyweight, even with that power. So I mean, 6'2", you know. So.
Yeah, I think this fight, man, it's two guys that look like they could be villains in a Marvel movie.
Only one fights
Just
like it though.
bro, the ugliest tattoos, the ugliest guys, the just I mean, anyways, Walter Walker, man, I like him a lot. Muhammad Usman, like you said, he has the power, but sometimes he just looks like he gets in like crackhead mode where he kind of starts trying to do too much and he gets caught. Like
He tries to
I
fight
think he
like
has
a
anger
he
issues.
tries to fight like a fucking technical flyweight when you're at heavyweight, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, and he definitely has anger issues as well. 100%. Dude, I mean, I'm taking Walter Walker by I'm gonna
by
take
heel hook, by heel
leg
hook.
submission.
yeah,
Yeah, heel hook, bro. Like yeah, heel hook has to be. Oh. And then
no.
Muhammad Usman will have knees just like his brother.
I mean, one of his knees looks. Oh, that's a tattoo. I was about to say one of his knees looking a little dark right now. Go ahead and then motor. I didn't realize he has a tattoo that says motor on his leg. Bro, you is not no motor, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Your ass ain't got no cardio. But anyways, going to the next fight, we got Lucas Rocha versus Stuart Nickel. Here, 17-2 for Lucas Rocha, and Stuart Nickel is 8-1. Whoa, what's going on over here?
Who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, I don't even. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know who the fuck these guys are. I'm not gonna lie. Not one bit. Oh, he's got a win
Love
over.
the sport.
He lost to Clayton Carpenter. Okay. Why does all these guys in the UFC now? I feel like have one or two fights in the UFC. Like what the fuck?
Dude, I was listening to Morning Combat. No, I was listening to Rogan.
He's got a loss to
Michael
Nicholas
Venom Page.
Aguilar. Okay.
And Rogan, they looked up how many fighters are under contract. It's like 632 fighters under contract in the UFC.
Yeah, they got so many fucking.
God.
But it's because I feel like these guys in the rankings now, and these guys who actually have fights, they're not willing to take fights against no-name guys anymore. Like they need to, they're trying to fight other people with names. You know, like a Peyton
Right.
Talbot. A Peyton Talbot isn't gonna fight one of these guys. You know, he's gonna want to try to fight somebody else with a big name or some shit.
No, he's trying to fight Frank Ocean in the sheets. Anyway.
Damn. Yeah, this fight we got, two guys relatively new in the UFC. Stuart Nickel, he lost to Martin. Oh no, Aguilar, Luis Aguilar. So Aguilar is a good fighter.
Yeah.
I don't know who I got here. I'm gonna go with Stuart Nickel here. I like the Australian guys right now. I think they got the momentum right now in the UFC, especially over the Brazilian guys because Alex Pereira is the only guy really shining right now for Brazil. Or Pantoja as well. I forgot about
Pantoja.
Pantoja's American, bro. Let's be honest, bro.
Bro, Diego Lopez Mexican. Yeah, I know.
So I'm gonna go with Stuart Nickel in this fight.
I'm gonna take Stuart Nickel. I have a bad feeling with Brazilian guys with blonde hair. Every time I pick them, they sell me every time. So yeah, I'll take Stuart Nickel. And
The next fight we got Bia Mesquita versus Irina Aliskeva. I think
these fucking names, bro. Jesus.
Bia, I'm pretty sure she's a
Not
high
you,
level
but like
high level jiu-jitsu girl out of American Top Team.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with her 100% because Irene, she looks like Alexis Sell or anybody who doesn't know that reference, a dyke.
The mic came out.
Sorry, that's a hometown
You-
inside joke right there.
Jesus Christ. I still live here, Devon. Um,
Bia Mesquita though, I think she,
Yeah.
the high level grappling and then the years of training at AT&T, she's
Pull
probably got
up,
training partners
hit
like
Alex.
Kayla Harrison. So
Yeah,
I got her for
yeah.
sure.
Hit Alexiva a second. I need to see her fight history because I remember her from one of her fights. I'm trying to remember what.
Yeah, it's because she has the curly hair sometimes.
Yeah, she had a fight with I'm thinking of that one against Edgar or whatever. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. She looked bad in her last one. Yeah, I'll take Mosquito. I think Mosquito, they're trying to hype her up. They've got her on this card for a reason. She has the pedigree for it. And, like, yeah, dude, look how she's
5-0,
built.
5-0.
We need a Tracy Cortez replacement anyway, so here we go.
Nah, we need a fucking damn, I can't think right now. Fuck. Patchy Mix's girl. What's her name? Fuck.
Oh, Tatiana.
Yeah, we need a Tatiana replacement, Juliana replacement. We can keep Tracy Cortez around for a little bit.
Oh gosh, this guy. Oh my gosh, he
Next fight
fell off a
we got
cliff.
Vito Petrino versus Thomas Peterson. After Vito Petrino sold us in the Anthony Smith fight. You remember that? He just stuck his head in for the
And the
guillotine.
Dustin Jacoby fight.
Yeah, he got knocked out by I mean, Justin Jacoby's a
Yeah.
kickboxer at least, so I mean, I can see Anthony Smith is on. That's inexcusable. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck who you are. First time in the UFC, you should be able to beat Anthony Smith. I'm sorry. That's just me though. I don't like Anthony Smith versus Thomas Peterson. Thomas Peterson, I think they're just trying to get Vitor Petrino back on the wheel right here. He's a win over Muhammad Usman though.
Oh, it's him.
Oh no, this is the fight. I thought Usman won this fight.
Yeah.
I thought Usman
Dude,
won
he's
this
the
fight.
one. What's that, bro? Mays. I hate that guy.
He's got a win over Dante Mays though.
Well,
He's
who
not
doesn't?
good, but at least Dante Mays is kind of technical at least.
Yeah.
He's just nothing special. But he lost to Gaziev, obviously somebody who actually has some type of skill in mixed martial arts. He loses to. Going to the decision against Muhammad Usman, that's not a good look. Is this at heavyweight? Oh, Vitor Petrino is moving to heavyweight. So first fight at heavyweight.
Why? Why?
Yeah,
bro?
I felt like light heavyweight was perfect for him. I don't think the weight class was the problem for him. I think you just got caught by Justin Jacoby and you did some dumb shit versus Anthony Smith. But I got him definitely beating Thomas Peterson. Thomas Peterson, I feel like they're trying to get him back on the win column here. So going to the next one, we had who do you got in this fight, Peterson or Petrino?
Do I take the guy that always sells me, or do I take the guy that looks like he works at McDonald's? I'm gonna take Peterson because I think Petrino moving up is a bad decision, dude. He looked physically strong, but he didn't look huge for light heavyweight, if that makes sense. Like Anthony Smith and Dustin Jacoby were able to push him around. So
yeah, he's like a Jared Cannonier guy where he could probably fight fucking middleweight, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, him moving up is weird to me. I mean, he's like, I don't know, dude.
Yeah, I thought he was a good contender at light heavyweight. He just had to get his shit together, but I don't know.
I mean, we'll see what happens. I'll take Peterson. I'm always gonna root for a guy that has a body shape like mine. So
Go to the next one with Rafael Filo versus Clayton Carpenter. Damn, this is a tough one to decide here, because Clayton Carpenter is skillful. Filo, he's the guy that hurt Muhammad Mukayev, right? Hurt his knee and shit.
Yeah.
And then he had who else? He had a decision win against somebody good too. Oh, he's beat Odie Osborne. Okay, but he lost to Nascimento though. I don't like that Nascimento.
Odie, you know what you did to the podcast. You know you were talking shit, Odie. Yeah, we
able
try to give you love, and then you decided to be a little bitch and block us. Yeah, fuck you, Odie. Yeah, give me Filio, bro.
Yeah, Filo. I think
You're not
Filo-
shit, Odie.
Yeah, because he's to be able to get Muhammad Mukayev, who I feel like is the only guy in the world who could compete with Pantoja right now. Probably that's just a theory, and to be able to have him compromise like that multiple times in a fight and blow his knee out. So, yeah, I'm probably gonna go with Fialo here. Then the next one we got going into the main card, we got Lucas Almeida versus Michael Aswell Jr. I'm gonna go with Lucas Almeida here. I'm gonna go with Lucas Almeida here. I think this is Michael
like
Aswell's second fight in the UFC. Yeah, First loss is a loss to Oki. I mean, to go to decision against a guy with some power like that, that's decent. But Lucas Almeida, he had some tough fights. I mean, he had some losses, but he's fought some good guys. I mean, Andre Fili, Sabatini. So he has some losses, but I think this experience and being in Brazil, he'll be able to beat Michael here, catch him like in a guillotine or some shit.
Yeah.
So in the next fight, who you got?
I'll take Almeida as well. I'll take Almeida as well. Why not?
Okay. Going to the next one, we got Ricardo Ramos versus Khan Olfi. Another Australian Brazilian matchup here. Ricardo Ramos, let's go look at his last couple fights here.
I like Ramos.
He has a win over Culiabo, who's pretty decent. But a loss to Erosa. He got submitted by Erosa. Erosa's not bad, and then a decision loss to Mariscal. So.
Yeah, and Chopin Mariscal's not a trash can either.
He's fought Charles Jourdain. Okay. So he's fought some high level guys.
Yeah, he's had tough. He's fought some tough fights.
And then we got Khan Offley. I think this guy's newer to the UFC. Right? Yeah, this is his third fight in the UFC. Oh, this is the guy that lost to the guy Santos Alves. So that's not a bad loss because that guy is really high level in the striking. Holy fuck. Santos Alves. Very high level striking. But, coming off 2 losses, though, in the UFC, you're 0-2. Coming as a guy with some good experience, I'm going to probably have to go with Ricardo Ramos.
Yeah, I'll take Ricardo Ramos as well. I think he's due, man. Especially all the top fights he's had. I've liked what he's shown, even though he's lost. So, yeah.
The next fight, we got Donato Diniz versus Mario Pinto. Donato Diniz, he looks like the guys from I Am Number 4. You ever watch I Am Number 4? The guys that are chasing the dude. I'm about to look it up.
This might be up there for.
Tell me that don't look like gay, bro.
Yo. Listen, man, this might be up there for the ugliest card of the year so far.
Yeah, this card is actually
Good Lord.
This card is actually fucking disgusting. I'm not gonna lie. They were really betting on that Oliveira physique. Really, I ain't gonna lie. Shit. Even the co-main, they gave us Figueiredo versus Montel Jackson. Like, holy shit, bro. What the fuck? You got Pantoja as a champion. You got Alex Pereira. You could have put the Ankalaev Pereira on this shit. Like, could have made it a pay-per-view. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, why are we doing fight nights in Brazil instead of pay-per-view? I mean, I get it. One of the last pay-per-views they did was Glover Jamon. That is horrible because the Brazilian guy lost. But, like, still, like, Diego Lopez and John Silva would have been better on this than the UFC No-Che card.
Yeah, bro, exactly. What the fuck?
Like, I don't get them.
Or they could have did Yair Diego Lopez. And
then my gosh.
Gene Silva versus fucking somebody on the co-main,
Yeah, I mean, either way, I mean, I'll take Diniz. I like Diniz.
Yeah, I think Diniz is. I don't know though. I'm gonna go with Pinto here. I think Diniz could get a submission, but I think Pinto keeps it standing. I'm gonna go with Pinto. Go to the next one. I got everybody's old favorite fighter, Vicente Luque. Probably the guy who sold you the most in the UFC. Probably the guy who sold us the most in our lives in the UFC.
Yeah.
Vicente Luque versus Joel Alvarez. This is a tough one. I'm not going to lie. This is a tough one. Joel Alvarez, very, very high-level guy. Vicente Luque, very high-level experienced guy. Joel Alvarez, I think his only bad loss is probably the KO that he lost to Arman. Yeah, his only loss to Arman.
Yeah, and then he just had injuries since then, man.
TKO Moises, good win. DeCasey, I mean, that's a decent win. Brenner's a decent win. Close, a decent win. So he's got some decent wins. And then he's got the Arman fight, which I think he looked good until he got knocked out in that fight.
Yeah.
And then you got Vicente Luque, obviously we know. He's had a couple chances to go for the title, a couple chances to become a contender. Just working his way back into it. Is he coming off he's coming off a win though, right? He just submitted
I think he's coming off a win.
He lost to Kevin Holland? Oh yeah, he got submitted by Kevin Holland last fight. Okay.
Yeah.
No, and then before that he submitted Garimbo. Okay. And then before that I lost to Buckley. So I mean, within the last 3 fights, he was in contention. You know, a fight against Buckley, you know, that's a fight against a guy who's in the top 10. Lost that one, comes back, beats DeCasey or Garimbo, and then loses to Kevin Holland, a guy who's probably like 10 and up.
That's
So,
the guy that sold me the most, honestly.
yeah. So, Vicente Luque's
Jesus.
fought the who's of the who's, but against a guy like Joel Alvarez, I don't know. I think a guy
No.
like Joel Alvarez could maybe get it done here.
Yeah, I think Joel Alvarez has to win this fight. They want to push him into a contender kind of status, and he needs to start getting more fights under his belt after the injury. Especially now that he's up a weight class, right? Because he went up from lightweight.
Especially they got Ilya now as champ, and Ilya is the biggest star. They need
Yeah,
that Spain card. They need another co-main. I think he's
they
probably
need him.
the best guy
Yeah,
to co-main.
they need him to start making a noise at welterweight so they can kind of stay. Especially if Ilya goes up to fight Islam at 170, if Islam beats JDM. Like, there's a whole deal here where they're banking on the Joel Alvarez, the Alexander Toporia's, which is Ilya's brother. And there's a lot of Spanish fighters now they're trying to bank on. And like Joel Alvarez was supposed to have a fight against Grant Dawson, right? And he pulled out, and now he moved up to
He
welterweight.
was supposed to
So,
fight
I
Benoit.
mean,
He was supposed to fight Benoit. No, on the last card.
yeah, Benoit Saint Denis, and now he's up at welterweight. So, I mean, I don't know, man. We'll see. I like it. I like this. I think Joel Alvarez is due.
Is this his first fight at welterweight?
I think so.
Dang, that might actually
Yeah.
be. Damn, I don't know. I might throw a wrench in what I'm trying to. Damn, I don't know. Vicente Luque is a big welterweight.
No, and he's the perfect gatekeeper for someone like this. You know, like Vicente Luque's been in there with freaking everyone from Tyron Woodley to the Bilals, Jeff Neals. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I think Joel Alvarez is better, but for this to be his first fight up, that's tough. But I'm gonna still.
he
rock.
has to knock out Luque. He
I'm
has to knock out Luque.
I don't think so. I think he win by decision or finish him by submission. I just think he can't just get. I don't know, man. Vicente Luque is a demon. I'm gonna stick with my pick. I got Alvarez though. Who you got?
I got Alvarez.
You got
I'm
Alvarez
riding
as
with
well.
my Spaniard.
Okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm riding with my Spaniard.
Hopping into the most trash co-main of the year, we got Davison Figueiredo versus Montel Jackson. I mean, I guess it's a good look for Montel Jackson to finally get a shot to become a contender in this division because he's on a big win streak and he has put some good wins together. He only has 2 losses, and I guess Figueiredo is not a guy that's unbeatable. So there's definitely ways for him to win. In my opinion, though, I don't know. It is tough. I can't see a world where Montel Jackson can sniff away the win or catch him in a submission or something. But I think Figueiredo, if he's able to handle a guy like Rob Font, at this division, I think the Corey Sandhagen fight was a fluky fight. Corey Sandhagen is just a terrible matchup for Figueiredo. So I got Figueiredo beating Montel Jackson here.
I love Figueiredo. I think Figueiredo is probably one of the more underrated fighters of the last 5 years, especially when COVID happened, the Moreno fights, everything. He might be washed. I'm gonna take Montel Jackson. I think this might be the beginning of the end for Davison Figueiredo. I think he moved up weight classes way too late in his career. And I think this is just one of those ones where I think he might look good for a round, maybe a round and a half. I just think
Yeah, I just can't see
something with Davison Figueiredo, something about him after a round or two, he just like crumbles, dude.
He's not good at
Like,
being
I
the
don't
nail. He's only good at being the hammer.
bingo. And he could be the hammer at 125 where he could weight bully and he was just bigger and stronger than everyone.
Yeah.
He's not doing that anymore. He's small for bantamweight.
I can't see him
You
losing
know,
to a
so-
guy whose best win is a decision against, Daniel Marcos. I mean, he knocked out Damon Blackshear, but that was Blackshear. I think he won like 2 fights within a month, and he just tried to hop on another card. He was like trying to go on he trying to get like a short notice fight early, and then he got knocked out by Montel Jackson. But I mean, I can't see a guy who went to decision against Daniel Marcos, finishing Figueiredo. And I think if it goes a full round, Figueiredo is going to be able to put enough damage to get him out of there. So that's just my opinion. But he could be washed. I don't know. Let's see. The Corey Sandhagen fight wasn't the best look. Obviously, we all know one of my favorite fights all time was Brandon Moreno Figueiredo won the first one. All the other ones, they're cool and shit, but the first one was the best one in my opinion.
The first one was insane. All the nut shots.
First one was legendary. Like especially
Yeah.
the story for Brandon Moreno. That's kind of where he made his big name in that fight,
Yeah.
fighting the big scary guy who just did Benavidez dirty. Um, he did Pantoja dirty. People forget that Figueroa he has a win over Pantoja. A guy that we're holding up the same regard as Marab right now, basically. So. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Figueredo's not a guy to mess with, and I think he just gets it done. I don't think it's done. He's done yet. So, I do think this is a bad weight division for him, but hey, we're gonna see. Going into the main event, we have Charles Oliveira coming off the knockout loss to Ilia Topuria, bouncing back here fast, making a quick turnaround, which some people think is smart, some people think it's dumb.
I think
He's
it's
supposed to
stupid.
fight Fiziev, which I think the Fiziev matchup was a terrible matchup for coming off of a knockout. But I think this matchup against Gamrot, short notice opponent, is a lot more
Yeah. Yeah.
manageable and is a lot more favorable for the style because Gamrot, we all know, just spams takedowns, shoots head first and all that stuff. Takes terrible takedowns to where he puts himself in compromising positions just to force the scramble, which I think with Oliveira's guillotines and submission abilities, he is the best submission artist in UFC history. I think that plays in his wheelhouse to be able to get the submission here. Yeah, I just can't see Gamrot. Gamrot can't finish Oliveira, and if you're gonna be in there for 5 rounds, Oliveira fighting the way you fight, where you're gonna be tiring yourself out because you're just trying to force scrambles, you're gonna get caught in something, in my opinion. So, I got Oliveira here by submission or TKO.
I think it was a bad decision to turn around quick. I think Oliveira is very fortunate, right, that Fiziev pulled out. He's got to fight Gamrot. I think Gamrot's a better fight for him, a guy that doesn't really pose a threat right on the feet, doesn't pose a threat to knock him out again. Because it does take a minute for these guys to recover when they get knocked out, right, when their chin gets cracked. I'm gonna take Do Bronx, man. Until Do Bronx, stops deciding the fight, you can't count him out. I mean, Do Bronx is just he's him. Even after Topuria loss, I mean, he even looked good in that fight before he got knocked out. Like so. Yeah, I'll take Do Bronx. I think in front of in Brazil especially, he's not losing in Brazil, dude. He's just not. Valiant of Gamrot to take this fight. I think if Gamrot if he shows us something he's never shown us before and comes out striking, kind of tries to do a Benil Dariush, maybe he
I
has
feel
a
bad.
chance.
I feel bad for Gamrot though
Yeah.
because did you hear that he was supposed to fight? Arman was supposed to fight. They offered Arman Gamrot, but he said no.
Yeah.
So he said no to avenging a loss on his record. So as Gamrot, you're like, who the fuck am I supposed to fight? A guy that I already beat, who has a chance? I'm giving him a chance to beat me again to get the one back. It's even saying
Yeah.
no, so it's just like I feel bad for Gamrot. The only people that are gonna
Wh-
accept fights against him are people who are stylistically, good matchups.
Which
You know.
I was gonna say, lightweight, it's such a mess. I think Arman Sarukian has become kind of the Yair Rodriguez of 155, where it's like you you think you have a claim for the title, but you've been sitting out so long and ducking fights that it's just like, brother. And now that division's a mess because now at 155, there is no clear cut number one for Ilya. Patty's not clear cut. He's coming off a win against 38-year-old Michael Chandler. Gaethje's definitely not clear cut. Now he's threatening to retire, which go ahead, bro, if you want to moan and whine about it. Like,
Yeah, bye. We got Yuri now,
what do
boy.
you?
See ya.
Yeah, yeah, dude. Like, what is there at 155 that makes you say this is the clear cut number one to fight Ilia Topuria? Islam coming down is the only one that we're like, yeah, that's the guy that should be fighting for the title, like above all. And so that's why this fight, I think Fiziev and Oliveira would have been good because if Fiziev wins, Fiziev then says, okay, I have a claim, right? I don't know, dude. It's so weird. There's so many moving parts now at
Yeah, Charles
155 with
Wynn
how.
doesn't move anything.
No, exactly. And so, first off, shout out Arman, who has decided to say, I'm rich, so I don't have to fight, so I'm going to hold the division hostage, even though I'm not the champion.
I mean, they booked him
Like,
versus
you
Dan
dug.
Hooker.
Yeah, which.
He took an easy matchup. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, like, cool. He beats Dan Hooker. To the casuals who are being shown the highlights of Topuria knocking out Holloway and Volkanovski and Oliveira, right? how are you gonna sell them an Arman Ilya fight when Arman's highlights are him fighting Dan Hooker and who? Like,
Oliveira, Benil.
yeah, and even in those fights, the Oliveira fight, the visual that we have is Oliveira almost choking him out. Like perception is reality, dude, especially when it comes to the fight game. Why do we love Yuri Prohaska? Because Yuri Prohaska gives us highlights. He gives us fights. He gives us that fighting spirit. Even when he gets knocked out by Pereira, you can still say, "Damn, it's Poatan." Like we're not gonna hold against Yuri. So I don't know, dude. Anyway, yeah, I got Oliveira winning this, but still, I feel bad for Gamrot. This is just kind of a throwaway card, dude, if you think about it. Like this whole card, like it doesn't do anything for any division, right? So, also on that note, and some other news, Conor McGregor suspended 18 months. So much for the White House card.
Yeah, GG's. Yeah, I was saying that Oliveira versus Conor would be fire in the White House card, but it's GG's for that. I think Oliveira versus Max Holloway, though, is probably ends up being the next fight.
Woo.
If they don't do
Hey,
Patty Max Holloway, I think Max Holloway Oliveira is the next fight. So that'd be a
dude,
banger.
listen, I'd take it, bro. I mean, that's the one where Oliveira tore his esophagus and they didn't really get the fight
Yeah,
last time they fought, which was down at featherweight. Yeah.
yeah.
But in the words of Connor, who the fuck is that guy? Shut your fucking mouth. 3 guys died making this watch. You're a bitch. Anyway.
Anyway, that's gonna do it for our picks and predictions video for UFC Fight Night Oliveira versus Gamrot. Let us know what you guys think. If you guys agree, disagree, and we'll update our UFC pick tracker afterwards to see how good we're doing. So follow us and keep track for the podcast. It's gonna be out this weekend. So see you guys next time.
I hope Colby Covington is sitting ringside for this.